All right, I want to go see the band Our Last Night. Well, you can go see them. Oh, there it is. Our Last Night, yeah. They're doing the Covers Only tour. That's going to get them to the Agora in a couple of weeks, Friday, May 10th. Bringing a couple of bands called Broadside and Normandy with them. If you're into all of them, be caller 10. AgoraCleveland.com always has info on these shows. So otherwise, good luck. 216-578-1007. 800-348-1007.
One of life's most pressing questions.
What do I like about Alan Cox?
Finally answered.
All right, I don't like much about you.
The Alan Cox Show.
On 100.7 WMMS.
Now put that chocolate in aluminum foil. That's what's going to keep it for the apocalypse. Getting all kinds of tips. There's people already want to sign up to be on Mary's team, though, so that's good.
Told ya.
For the people who want to get on your
They
good
got to
side.
get to New York, though.
Yeah.
You just gotta fight it out, man.
You wouldn't come back here and enjoy the Cleveland apocalypse?
I actually probably would. The fresh water supply.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard. You're going to have to make that journey through an apocalyptic wasteland, and that is no easy journey.
Well, I think it's actually going to happen when I'm already home. The time won't work out.
That's very convenient.
Yeah.
It all comes together for you.
It will. Just for me. Yep.
I was reading that Canton, Ohio is the second hottest real estate market in the entire country. A lot of these Midwest cities, not major cities, but Midwest spots are really hot for real estate because they are assumed to be less, eventually, vulnerable to natural disasters. Things that freak people out in a lot of different parts of the country. You know, there's people that can't insure their homes anymore because of wildfires and floods and hurricanes and things like that. And Canton, Ohio, number 2.
Good for Canton.
Right? Akron's on there. So let's say you're in Canton and you're looking around that Canton-Maslin area. You're like, ooh, I'd like to plop down roots here. I was talking to my dentist this morning. She and her husband are both from Florida. Her family's still down there. She goes, we met, we came up to Cleveland for dental school, and that's where we met, and we just fell in love with Cleveland.
Case?
And we stayed. Is that where the dental school is?
I
didn't
they
ask.
have a pretty good dental school there.
Okay. It must be then. And, no, I think it was Cleveland Dental College. Is that?
Ooh, that's a real good one.
Like in
top notch.
it's a strip mall in Parma, I think. Yeah. Well, she does good work. But, yeah, she goes, I like the seasons because I'm like, you grew up in Florida. Your family's still there. But she's like, yeah, there's people. She goes, I've known people who have retired to Florida and moved back because they're like, yeah, it was fun, but everything down there is trying to kill you. The people, the lizards, the gators, the weather. I'm like, well, it certainly hasn't stopped people from going down there. So they're still getting an influx of people moving. But boy, let's say you came up here from somewhere else. You were like, ooh, let me get myself a little Northeast Ohio flavor. And you find yourself in Canton. It's good enough for Drunk Sue. Good enough for you. And then there's people, you know, is Ohio the Midwest? I don't know.
Yes.
I always thought of Pennsylvania when I lived in Pittsburgh. I always thought of Pennsylvania as like the beginning of the East Coast, kind of. Ohio, I think of as the Midwest. Michigan, Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio. But I'll leave that for other people to figure out. The CDC, by the way, they celebrated Earth Day by adding a color to the heat risk chart, which I thought was really nice. You know, if you've ever seen that heat risk where it's just a simple color-coded chart that tells you how hot it's going to be, they've added a new color. They're preparing for what's coming. They're getting ahead of it. Not in any meaningful way, but in a visual way. They've added magenta to let people know, hey, not only is it hot, it's the kind of hot where you can't stay outside. And you're not going to feel better overnight because it's really not going to cool down that much. So red was bad for a long, long time. Now they've added magenta.
Which is worse.
Which is worse. It's extreme heat. Hitting long-term duration extreme heat with no overnight relief. I'll tell you where you're going to get a heat risk. This Bill Squire show, Mary, out in Willoughby.
Hey, there we go.
I'm just repeating what I've heard.
Hot jokes.
I'm just repeating.
Comedy.
Yeah. I'm just repeating what I've heard.
BillSquire.com. Get your tickets. It is a good time. And it's all different material that I did last time in Willoughby. So come out, have a good time, have some laughs, have some drinks.
Yep.
They got hot bartenders. I mean, that's where the heat comes from. Is they got hot bartenders.
Hot bartenders.
Yeah.
All right.
Jake and Tim.
Do you know all the bartenders' names?
No, they're all usually. I'm pretty sure every bartender they have is a girl.
Yeah.
I know Faith, and I know Morgan, and I know Chelsea. Those are
Okay.
those I know.
Yep.
Oh, and Taylor.
Yeah.
So there's a few.
Don't
that I
leave
know.
any out because then you're going to get there and they're going to have a bag on their face and get all mad at you.
Well,
Don't leave any of the
maybe
bartenders out.
maybe I like when they're mad. A little mad, a little spicy.
Well, you don't want that when you're trying to do a comedy show, though.
They're in the other room. It's fine.
Oh, they don't come in and watch?
No, they're working. They're at the bar.
They don't shut the whole place down just to watch you?
No, they have the point is that
They're still running a business?
I bring in a good crowd so that they're all serving drinks and it's a nice business operation.
They have food?
Yeah, they have food.
Yeah.
Yeah, good food.
All right.
Good food, good drinks, good times.
We got them tacos like at Applebee's?
Nobody has to.
I don't think they have.
Mary was talking about?
Yeah, I mean they got food.
Okay.
They got good wings.
Now they have locally sourced wieners?
Oh yeah.
All right. Yeah.
BillSquire.com. Get
So
those
hot
tickets.
wings and comedy and beer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And liquor and
Liquor. Yeah. Do they have tonic water?
they do.
Hey!
You can get it. You can
Will
go
they
there
get-
and just
will-
get a tonic water if
Will
you
they
want.
give it to me in a pint glass?
Of course.
Just that?
Why not? If that's what you want.
When I was at doing a thing at Garage Bar last, I wasn't drinking tonic water.
No, Jaeger, I think, is what is getting forced upon you.
Jaeger. Wow, look at you.
No, not for me.
All
I
right.
just know one of the bartenders here really likes Jaeger.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't think I did Jaeger last time I was there. But always good to know that it's available if you want it.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I'll throw you another curveball. You know, people are like, a Jaeger, it's got to be chilled in those machines. I like mine.
Microwave.
Room temp.
Heat it up. Give me that
Yeah.
boiling Jaeger.
Could you put that
Inside of
Jaeger
a
in it?
dumpling.
30 seconds in the microwave and then bring it back out to me. Thank you so much. You know, I don't like to, I'm a good tipper. And so I like to get a little showbiz from my tips.
Me too.
You know, I like to get them. I go, hey, listen, anybody can serve me a beer and a shot. You're going to have to do a little bit of work to make my drink. Just a little bit, not too much. I don't want to take up anybody's time.
Is this the kind of patient you loved, Mary, when you were a bartender?
I just have
Patient?
normal.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's my favorite patient.
I just have normal requests, like, could you microwave this shot for me, and then bring it back, and then try to light it on fire.
I want to serve me a Jaeger like it's a fajita. I want it steaming,
Sizzling on a
sizzling.
platter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Could you marinate some chicken for me in Jägermeister and then
People probably do
That
that.
might
wrap it
actually
up
be
in tin?
good.
It's probably real good.
Because if you marinate it and it's got all that sugar in it, so it's going to caramelize when you cook it. So that might actually be kind of good.
Don't
Maybe
sleep.
we should try that.
Don't sleep on AC's Jaeger wings. I'm
Yeah.
just telling you. Put them on my Traeger grill and yummy.
Oh yeah, get them smoking them.
Uh-huh. Yep, smoked Jaeger, Mary. You've never had anything like it,
I know.
And you know,
and you never will.
I won't.
You don't have that at Applebee's.
why-
I don't know what they have.
Are you all right?
Applebee's.
Why are you standing up? Are you
Because
just
my neck is bothering me.
Oh,
So
really?
you think
My
looking down
body
at the
is-
camera is going to be better?
No, I felt like I was staring down at my computer, so I want to not do that.
Yeah, do that.
So I'm
People people enjoy that. So this stretching in her John
I
Mayer
am. I'm
sweatshirt.
like,
I
leave my
know.
John Mayer sweatshirt alone.
I understand.
Got a little spot on it.
It's still got that
Where?
schmutz from before. Isn't that the one?
No, that was
no,
a different
this
one.
isn't the
You
one.
have more schmutz on a different sweatshirt.
You don't see the
Yeah.
spot?
Right
Like
here under my left
yeah.
breast.
Yes, underneath your left, near the O in solo.
Oh no, I didn't see that until right now.
Did you have an Italian dressing salad?
Damn it. I did have Italian dressing today.
Did you
But I
dip a
didn't-
sandwich in it or eat it on a salad?
Dip a sandwich in it.
That's what you get.
But it's not like wet. That doesn't look like it was from today.
All right, well, you got schmutz.
That's one of
on
those
it.
things that's really annoying is when you get like an oil stain on a gray hoodie and it's there forever.
I got it out of the last one. I'm going to have to soak it in Dawn dish soap.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's how they
Dawn.
clean ducks.
Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
serious.
I know you're right. I just forget that's like part of their advertising is like, hey, if it's good enough to clean oil off ducks,
It's true.
Right,
It's
yeah.
use
so
it to-
true, though.
yeah.
I
They've
watched it
appropriated
so many-
environmental disasters into their marketing.
Mm-hmm.
I used Shout. I used all kinds of like detergent pre-treatments. I probably 2 or 3. I used Shout. I used another one that the laundromat had. I used a Tide pen, and then
It was
and
Dawn
then I
that came
soaked
through.
it overnight. Yep, I soaked the other sweatshirt overnight in Dawn dish soap, and it came out right away in the wash.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. It's good to know because I have a
To do this,
I have a hoodie that has a little spot on it that I've been trying to get out, and I'm gonna try that.
There you go.
Changing lives every single day.
Can you talk about the thing you did yesterday, Mary?
Let me give away this money first.
Kind of.
Hold that thought. $1,000, last chance to win today. It's $1,000 from the Buzzard bookie, so listen closely and good luck.
This is your chance to bet with the Buzzard Bookie and win $1,000 now. Enter this nationwide keyword at WMMS.com. Fun. That's fun. Enter it now at WMMS.com.
Because I just saw the post on your story that you shared where your roommate said, I think Mary's social battery is done for the day.
It
What
wasn't
happened?
that.
Mary's just standing like by
There was like 30
herself.
people at this thing
Just
that we did.
like looking off into the distance.
It's on my
just
Instagram
so done.
story if you want to look at it. Mary Santora comedy. No, so I'm going to be vague because I have to be because everything's a friggin' secret in this city. A very famous podcaster does these.
Joe Rogan.
Not Joe Rogan. He doesn't live here.
Tom Segura.
No, not Tim Segura. Also doesn't live here.
Bert Kreischer.
Tom Papa.
All of those. Actually, all 4 of them started a podcast together, and I was their first guest. I wasn't supposed
You
to
weren't
say it,
supposed to talk about it,
You guys
stupid.
guessed
Now they're
it,
canning your
so-
episode.
No, a very famous podcaster does brand deals with very like national
This is what you wanted.
5% brands, okay? And I was approached as, hey, do you want to do an interview with this person? So I thought I was going on their podcast, and I was like, oh, this is going to be huge. Like, I'm really excited about this. And then come to find out it's more of like a...
Oh, this was yesterday.
Yes, like a street interview type thing when there was like 30 of us that were all answering the same 5 questions, and then they're going to kind of cut it up and use it as promo for this brand. So it's kind of like a commercial almost that we shot.
But you're not
But
getting
it's-
paid.
I did get paid.
Oh, you did? Oh, good.
That's why I took the day off to do
I
it. Yeah,
see.
is because I was making a decent amount of money for, 5 minutes worth of work. But it was at 3:00 in the afternoon. They had a bunch of comics there and like regular people, whatever. It was mostly writers and comics that they would interview as like man on the street. And then, they're going to put it into a compilation. And then this will be shared on the brand's page, the podcaster's page, and anybody who gets into the final cut of it will be it will be on your page as well.
What's the brand?
So-
Shark Vacuums?
No. I don't know if I'm allowed to say anything. I mean,
No,
it's
I
gonna
don't care
be
what the
out
brand is.
eventually,
So
but
it was you.
Dawn
it's a-
dish
it's
soap.
a-
All
it's
the-
a large national restaurant chain.
All Applebee's.
Applebee's, of course, yeah.
All of the. It was you and a bunch of girls you said in this thing?
No, it was it was like 30 people. It was a bunch of different people.
They weren't all
Like,
comics.
No, but it was like they very clearly wanted diversity. So there's like a young gay girl with blue hair, and then like a big fat person, and then like an athletic looking black guy, and then like some
Hey, I'm a
crappy
big
looking
fat
white
person. Why don't you
girls.
call me? I could have been in there. Would have flown out for $80 or whatever we got paid.
And you're Asian, so they took care of that.
And I'm Asian, so I'm an Asian man, so that was nice to fit that demographic.
Do it.
No, but it was fun. It was, we had to sign a bunch of release forms and all this kind of stuff, and then there was like a holding area. It very much felt like a commercial shoot, only it was for social media,
It
essentially.
was a commercial for social media.
But what had happened when I was filmed being alone away from the group is that it got really cloudy and overcast and started raining like out of nowhere. So it like dropped 10 degrees rained for a half hour, and then when the sun came back out, I went to go stand in the sun, and everyone else was still like under the little
Like the cabana thing.
Cabana thing? Yeah, they were still underneath that. And I was like, I'm freezing under here. I want to go stand in the sun. So I went and stood in the sun, and I ended up being over there for like 10 or 15 minutes. I didn't realize I was over there for as long as I was.
So you look like you were being antisocial.
So I looked like I was being antisocial. I looked like I was just hanging out away from
But you're
everybody.
just being a cat.
I was just, I was being a houseplant. I just needed some sunlight because I was too chilly after it rained for a little while. That's all. Yeah, it was a cool experience. And it's interesting to see the insane amount of money that these people make on brand deals. And like the amount, I mean, again, it's a national chain. I get it. They have money to throw at stuff like this. But to put behind essentially something for Instagram and TikTok, I mean, you're talking high 5 figures that they're spending on this. Like, it's pretty crazy.
Did the podcast person, did the production budget come out of their end, or the client paid for it?
The client paid for it.
Yeah.
So the client paid for all of us. They paid a direct fee to the podcast person, and then they also are paying for the back-end production, all of the editing and everything like that.
Sweet.
Yeah.
No wonder Red Lobster went out of business.
I know.
Spend
They're
too much
throwing all this
money.
money at
Yeah.
Shrimp Fest, and I did sign the paper like, hey, I'm allergic to everything you guys serve. And they're like, that's okay. Just talk about the biscuits.
You're not going to eat it. You're just going to be talking about it.
Right. But yeah, it was a cool experience. It was definitely different. I got to meet, I knew most of the people there, but I got to meet some people. I got to, chit chat. There was like a rep from the company, from the client there, that every time we'd answer, if it was like, you can't mention another brand, or you can't point to your crotch, or you can't talk crap about middle-class families, or like, so like there was a guy there.
Do the jerk-off motion.
Yes, 100%.
You can't touch your crotch when you're talking about our food.
There was a guy
normally
there.
people would grab their stomach, but I like to grab my crotch when I talk about food I love.
But, like, there was a representative there, and that's why it ended up taking, because they're like, oh, it'll take no more than an hour. So we all got there at, like, 2:30, and we weren't done until, like, 5:30.
I was going to say, that means it's at least twice as long as they say.
They always have a very optimistic
We'll be
amount
in
of
and
time.
out, guys. This will be,
And then they're like, oh, we haven't set up any of the cameras or the sound. The lighting's not good because of the rain and it's just awful.
But no, that guy kept every single person had to do at least 2 or 3 takes, because he kept stopping people and being like, you can't say I made a joke about needing Lactaid, and they're like, you can't say Lactaid. Like, then there was another person.
Makes it sound like our food makes you fart.
Yeah, there was another.
Well,
person
it's also
who
another
made-
brand.
Yeah, and it's a brand. Another person made like a sexual innuendo, and he like stopped the shoot and announced to the entire group, hey guys, absolutely no sexual references. Like, people would cuss, and he'd be like, stop it, do it again, no swear words.
People would why would somebody curse in a...
Because these are comics and writers who don't
Right, but you're doing a
understand-
commercial.
They don't understand that.
How
Most
do
of
they
these
not?
people
They've
have-
seen commercials.
But they're
not a lot of
they're
F.
just- They're trying to make each other laugh.
Not a lot of F words in bounce dryer sheet
Exactly.
commercials.
But maybe if there was more, I'd use bounce dryer sheets.
well.
Right now, I don't.
That's how they get
And
you.
it is, well, that's
Swear
the thing, is
bounce.
that it is.
Bill likes that snuggle bear cursing up a storm.
Yeah. Buy your F dryer sheets, you stupid jerks.
So they
It
were
is
telling you,
for
they're like,
social media, so I
Right.
think people were like, "What is just going on Instagram?" But it's
Right.
like, yeah, but it's attached to a
yeah,
multi-billion.
brands don't curse that much on,
know?
unless that's
So-
their
They
brand.
should curse more.
Yeah, it was cool. It was fun.
All right.
I just saw that post, and I just thought it was funny because.
So they kept saying, it's pronounced Qdoba.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And you were like,
Whoops.
oh, I can't be in this. Well, you can't cross. You're crossing the
You're like,
streams.
Qdoba's fine, but I prefer Chipotle. They're like, Mary, come on.
You had their new chicken al pastor. Oh, I'm sorry, that's
Oh.
not right. Well, my
You
bad.
saw the Chipotle workers are all mad now
No.
because
Aren't they always?
there's a corporate memo that came down that said because there's such a high demand for chicken that they can't have chicken in their free meals. Like, when you get to take a lunch
Oh,
break or
dang,
whatever and you get the food,
Oh.
you can't have chicken. That Al Pastor, boy, I had another one of those last week. Pretty good. So, yeah, they're like, we want to keep up with our guests' demand.
Yeah.
And so if you're working there, can't have
Yeah,
chicken.
they're gonna be stuck eating sofritas.
Well, we had that.
What is that? What is
the
sofritas?
Tofu.
Yeah.
Oh, is it
Fake
really?
meat. Yeah.
Yeah.
nobody eats it.
Sofritas.
We had that at restaurants. If we were running specials and we only had like 20 for the whole night, the staff wasn't allowed to order them until like the kitchen was about to close. So it was like, yeah, we have to sell these first, and then if there's any left, then you guys can have it.
It also applies to the C-suites. Any white-collar Chipotle staffers working in offices are no longer, they have free Monday lunches up in the executive suites, no longer offering chicken. Yeah. One worker said, it's disrespectful. I love people. They're so cute. It's disrespectful.
They want the people that are coming to the store to buy the chicken.
Yeah.
The chicken's great. When they were running the special, it was probably about a year ago now, for the garlic guajillo steak. Dude, that stuff was awesome. It was like, I think that might have been my favorite meat that they've had, other than the chicken al pastor.
I'm going to have to try those sofritas.
Don't. No, you'll probably like it. You're like, oh, this is dry and tasteless.
No, I don't care. I'm not a tofu guy. I don't care. I mean,
It's so good for you. It's a nutrient.
well, it
dense.
is. It absolutely is. I'm not a big fan of it. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is very good for you.